Hi everyone, this is Sir Luis and this video is intended only for the part 3 of your module or the lesson, the interactive discussion part, alright? So this is to clarify the concepts and to deepen your understanding in trigonometric ratios. And also to answer your questions, some of your questions. Kasi yung iba naguguluhan pa, no? Kahit na napanood na yung video and the module. So let's start with number 1. So given the radius r of the unit circle 1, what would be the values of sine theta, cosine theta in the unit circle? Alright? Some of you answered x and y. Yung iba, ang sagot ay 0. Yung iba, 1. At marami pat iba't ibang sagot, no? So, the values of sine theta and cosine theta can be seen in the first part of your lesson presentation. So, the sine theta indicates the y coordinate. So, the values of sine theta in the unit circle is y. While the cosine theta indicates the x coordinate. So, the values of cosine theta in the unit circle is x. So, kailan lang siya nagkakaroon ng value talaga like 1/2 or square root of 3 over 2 kapag ang theta mo ay meron ng degree. For example, you're going to get the sine theta of 30 degrees. And we all know that the sine theta of, the sine 30 is 1/2. So, dun lang siya magkakaroon ng value. Alright, so let's move on to the question number 2. In which quadrant is the reference angle necessary in finding the values of the trigonometric ratios? So, some of you answered quadrant 1, yung iba 2, 3, 4 daw, yung iba sabi quadrantal angles. So, the answer is in quadrant 1 and in quadrantal angles, right? Kasi in quadrant 1, where the angles are between 0 and 90 degrees, the reference angle is the angle itself. Example, the reference angle of 60 degrees is also 60 degrees. The reference angle of 30 degrees is also 30 degrees because nasa quadrant 1 nga siya. That's why it is unnecessary in finding the values of the trigonometric ratios here, right? Or the reference angle. While in quadrantal angles, they do not have reference angles. Kasi dapat ang reference angle is an acute angle. Alright? So for example, the reference angle of 270 is 90. And 90 is not an acute angle. It contradicts the definition of the reference angle. So kailangan dapat acute ang angle mo. So quadrantal angles do not have reference angle. Alright, in question number 3, do all angles have values for all 6 trigonometric ratios? Why or why not? So technically, sine theta and cosine theta lang ang laging may values sa lahat ng angles, right? Pagdating sa 4 trigonometric ratios like cosecant, secant, tangent, and cotangent, there are times na undefined itong mga angle na to. So the answer here is no, alright? All angles do not have values for all trigonometric ratios. And one of the reasons here is because of the quadrantal angles.
Because if you're given with 90 degrees, it has a coordinate of 0 and 1. So the cosine 90 is 0. The sine 90 is 1. Alright? So if you're going to get the tangent of 90 degrees, it is just the quotient of sine 90 and cosine 90. And by substitution, you will have 1 over 0. And we all know that 1 over 0 is undefined.
And another question, merong mga nagre-raise ng question maliban dito. Sir, kailan po mag-a-add or magsusubtract sa angles if we're getting the coterminal angles? So in getting the coterminal angles, make sure that if you add or you subtract 360 in the given angle, papasok siya dapat sa interval na from 0 degrees up to 360 degrees. Or in the angle that is between 0 and 360 degrees. For example, the given angle is negative 210. So, anong gagawin natin? Mag-a-add ba tayo or magsusubtract? Ang mangyayari dyan, kapag nag-subtract ka, mas lalo pang bababa yung angle mo. So, from negative 210 minus 360, it will become 570. Tama? So, kapag nag-add ka naman, negative 210 plus 360, it becomes 150. So, pasok siya sa interval na from 0 degrees up to 360 degrees. Alright? So,
Kapag negative ang given angle mo, make sure na mag-add ka.
kapag positive ang given angle mo, that is greater than 360 degrees, like for example, 420, kapag 420 yan, pag nag-add ka pa ng 360 dyan, aangat na nga angat. Eh, ang kailangan mong mahanap is in the interval of 0 to 360 degrees, alright? So kapag 420, what you're going to do is to subtract naman hanggang sa umabot ka doon sa angle between 0 and 360 degrees. Alright?